Also, during this last part, once again, I want the people to leave, this conversation feeling like, right, I know Chantelle, like, I proper know her even a lot more. You get me? Because this is why a lot of these conversations are for. Yeah, like again, with as much detail, obviously not too much detail, whatever, with whatever you can say. Yeah, I want you to let people know like what's been, because again, we're not perfect. I don't. Once again, I don't want people to forget at one point. Wow, did she just, did she get born perfect, whatever? Nah, you went through, you get me, like we said earlier, you went through a process of like doing your work, just this work, and this is why you're this woman that you are now sitting on the red chair. Like, what's one of the most darkest moments that you've ever gone through, like in your life, or lowest, darkest, however people want to call it, and obviously, how did you bounce back? Whichever you want to answer, you get me?
So I think probably one of the darkest moments I went through is when my mental health just like plummeted, and that was a result of bad things that have happened. So like cycles of abuse, where it had happened in childhood, also in my adulthood, and then I just didn't have my mental health or my physical health. It affected everything,
Mm.
and I think that was my turning point where I didn't want to feel like that anymore. I didn't want to think like that anymore,
Mm.
and that's where it changed. So it's been like an accumulation. Like anyone I speak to, I'm never shocked. I'm never shocked. I have seen it. I have probably been through it. I at the little age that I am, I've probably lived like 3-4 lifetimes with everything I've gone through. So
Yeah.
nothing ever shocks me, but it's the example of you can change it. You can, like, your circumstances don't define you. You can change it, but you've got to want to change it enough to be able to change it.
Yeah, because sometimes people get broken forever, innit? And you see people like you see when people sometimes come across people who they used to know
Mm.
or like friends who they used to go to school with, innit? And
Yeah.
usually sometimes people say like, fucking hell, like, what happened to him? Like, what happened to her? Like, life is beating them up. Life is beating them up. Because sometimes people go through these difficult, like situations within their life, either man or woman. Because sometimes, like, just because there's masculine and feminine, sometimes people forget that even man, sometimes for whatever reason, get broken by women. Like, it's the reality. The world is big out there. There's so many different examples. But going back to what you said as well, like, what you could have gave up, innit? You get me? Like
Yeah.
you went through, obviously you went through like so many difficult, things that within your life, in your private life, like you could have gave up. Like before I ask you my last question, yeah, what? How come you didn't give up? What made you say no, 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 no? Because once again, not everybody reaches that to say I don't care. I'm doing this. What made you not give up? Because you could have stayed in your comfort zone and made excuses, and now you're meeting me and you're like, men and shit, oh, da, 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 da. All of these things that certain people are doing, like on social
Yeah.
media. Yeah, you get me. Like, what made you choose to go the other way and say, no, 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 I'm going to heal myself, and even on top of that, I'm going to help other people. Because once again, like I said, even though it's a big world, people are doing work, but you got a big group. There's more basically like women or men that choose to to be broken and stay on that side. Why? What made you say no, no, no? I'm going there.
I think it was my children.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think it's when I look into their eyes,
yeah.
even though like two of them are adults now, I still look at them
They're always
because,
gonna be our babies.
yeah,
Come on.
they're the ones that have kept me going, and they're the
Yeah,
ones that I do it for. And now having that, self love and that worth, I do it for myself as well. So it's like me and my children are everything. Yeah.
yeah. Nah, I'm not gonna. That's proper beautiful, man. That's beautiful. And even my last question before we go, like right now, because you help people, and I know for a fact you still, obviously you help yourself. You got things into place that you do to make sure that you never slip back into that mentality and the person that you was. Like, in terms of like mental health, you touched on it at the beginning. Like,
Mm.
where is I usually tell everyone that you can be honest or you can keep it within you or whatever. But once again, it's a new year, you know. But mentally, like in terms of like just asking for your mental health, like how is your mental health like right now?
It's good. It's
Mm-hmm.
good. I
You
think
sure?
I think
I
I
just thought
think
I'd check. You get what I'm trying to say?
I think what you learn with
Yeah.
this journey is, so I have a history when it comes to depression, anxiety, and panic attacks, you know, even suicidal thoughts, things like that. What I learn now is if that feeling starts coming up again, like the anxiety or depression, and I see myself maybe start slipping, I know to catch myself and be like, okay, what has triggered this? Let's do the work. Let's find what's making me. I'm not going to sit there. I'm not going to allow it to consume me like it has done in the past, because I have knowledge now. I've learned, like, I understand why it is that this happens. So when that feeling does come up, you know, I am only human. It's natural. We all experience these things, but it's actually understanding why we're feeling that way, like really connecting with us and, you know, doing that work to change it.
You see, these are the benefits of doing the work, innit? Like you
Yeah.
said. Because even for myself, what I found out, certain things that used to trigger me, because I've done the work, like you said, like when they pop up sometimes, it's like, now I've got the tools, innit? Now I've got the tools to deal with them, innit? Like you said, now it's like when they pop up, it's like, I've got this meme that I carry on my phone, it's like, when something pops up, it's like, we've been here before. You get me? Like, we've been here before. We know what to do, rather than you see that before, when we never really had the tools before we done the work. And it's like, I think even just people in general, like, you know, when people have depression or go through these things before they've done the work, it's just simply because they don't have the tools, yeah, and they don't really have the information.
Yeah.
But like I said, the good thing about doing the work, once you get there, if any of these ever pop up, you know how to deal with them, innit? Because now you've got the tools, you get what I'm trying to say. So
it's true, and it's just it's being connected with yourself, like it's your body talking to you.
Yeah.
So when your mind, your mental health is declining, why is it declining? It's your body speaking to you. So you just need to connect back in with you. So that's why I always say, like, a simple tool like meditation is so powerful. Like, being that, you know, in that moment, it's just you and yourself, and you're connecting with yourself. So you're able to understand, okay, what's coming up? Like, you know, what do I need to address? You know, how am I feeling? Sometimes you can just have, which is majority of the time now, you can have a good meditation and you just come out of it feeling good because you're good. Yeah. And that's where I want everybody to be. Just be good.
You touched on, like, we've got a few minutes left here. You touched on meditation, innit? Like, my ex-partner, even one of my female friends at the moment, like, random people try. I'm quite chill, you get me? I'm on good vibes, chilled. But every time I try to do meditation, yeah, it's like I get a headache.
Oh, really?
What's that all about? Yeah, it's like so many things they just pop up in my head and I just can't keep my eyes shut. Why is that, do you think?
I think you need to do a brain dump. So you need to, like, take everything
You
that's
learn
out
something
of
new
your
every day.
brain.
What's a brain dump?
Take everything that you're thinking and feeling, like, write it down, put it in your notes in
Like
your phone.
a journal.
Yeah, like, get it out of your head. So when you do sit down to meditate, you're not stressed and you're not pulled thinking about what it is that you need to do.
Yeah.
Because it's there, you know it's going to be dealt with. It's, you know, you can create into a to-do list. And then you can really connect with yourself. And then even with, when you've done that journaling, you put that list down, you know, when you meditate, things will come up to be able to help you to be able to achieve, you know, whatever else, you know, things that are on that list, because you've managed to just empty. It's a brain dump. Just empty your brain. Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think, manager? Do you think I should do that?
Yeah.
A brain dump.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I tried, like, over you know, that the years, I've tried meditation, and I would like to add it into, you know, some of the things that I do to, you know, to keep myself grounded, but it's like, okay, headache.
Oh, okay, yeah, it sounds like you need to do a bit of a brain dump. Maybe just, like, implement it, like, before you go to bed, like, just write everything down or put it in your notes in your phone. So then it will help you with your sleep as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And before asking my last question, I like to involve, like you've been seeing through this conversation, yeah, I like to involve everyone in the building, even if people might not see them on camera. So, manager, I'm going to give you, before I ask my last question, before we go, yeah, I'm going to give you an opportunity. Like, is there any question that before, or even just on the spot, that you would have liked to ask mum? Like, it could be anything, nothing too deep, like anything you would have liked to ask your mum. This is your chance. It could be anything. No. Manager said no. Okay, cool. And in closing, yeah, I just want to touch on this quickly as well. In closing, like, again, your work evolves around self. One of the main things that your work evolves around is self-love, right? Like we said earlier. So we live in London, innit? Yeah. Again, you get vibrant people like us who cool. We've done our work. We've done work on ourselves or whatever. We're not. We don't really have certain baggages, sitting within our heads. When we go out, as long as people are good energies, that we can mingle with different people. Say what's good. That we're gonna catch vibes. What's going on. But one thing about living in London is, like we all know, that not everybody's as welcoming or not everybody's as receptive to just have conversations and to connect in it. Like, why do you think certain people in London have? Why do certain people in London have issues taking compliments? Like, that's from that you might be on the road and compliment you might I'm a guy, I might compliment a girl or like even a guy, but some people might just look at you like a bit random, like as if, why are you talking to me? You get me? Unless, what I've realized, unless he or she fancies you or they think you're cute or whatever, and then they'll accept your compliment. But you get what I'm trying to say? Like, why do certain people in London have difficulty just accepting compliments from strangers? Like, literally, you get what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah.
would you say that's linked to, like a lack of self-love for themselves, insecurity, or people are just weirdos in London? Big man thing, like this, how we're gonna end it off. You got to say, because I'm not sure if you've ever witnessed it, but it's like, you're like, we're humans, like, you look good. I'm not asking you for a number or whatever. I'm just saying, darling, you look good. Or even a guy, you like this. But so many, I don't do it too often, but sometimes, that when you just compliment people or whatever, because I feel like, why not, man? It should be part of life. But sometimes the reaction, like, I get or people get, and I'm like, I think that's an alien. I've even said to certain people, is that a human being? I think even that person's an alien or something, because it doesn't make sense. But yeah, going back to you, why do you think some people are like that?
I think
It's a compliment.
I think specifically with London, one thing that springs to mind is the culture here. We get on the tube and it's, you go and do your commute, for instance, and you be sitting on the tube. If someone looks at you or smiles at you or, says something to you, it's like, what? Like, I think it's the way we just are programmed. And we're like, it's just that, we're whooshing around everywhere. But where are we going?
Yeah.
We're always on the go. So we're not really present. We're not, when someone's, gives us that compliment, gives us that smile, we're like, what, is there something wrong with you? Whereas if you go to another part of the country, people are really friendly because they've got time. It's like a completely different culture.
Chantelle, I'm going to tell you before we end this conversation, I'm going to tell you when I go back to my country, and recharge my batteries and whatever, I swear the first few days when I come back to this country, like I said earlier, I could swear there's aliens operating in human being bodies in London, because the behavior just doesn't make sense. Like you said, in terms of just the energy, just how people move and act, is like, you're thinking, is this really how certain human beings like operate? But again, you understand that, like you said, in some environments, like in this country, obviously more time is cold. There's certain things why certain people are like that. So once you dive into the psychological, like in terms of how people think and the environments they live in, you start to, once again, you start to understand why some people think like that. But take the compliment, mate.
Yeah,
like, come on.
Yeah, I think as Londoners we do need to change that, because you think about it, you like that on. I'm using public transport as an example.
Yeah, of course.
Because that's like
a lot of strangers.
Place. Yeah. But then, you'd get off the tube and you'd go to your workplace, for instance, and you'd be a completely different person. You'd be really happy, friendly, smiling, to giving compliments to whoever, and you're taking
hey,
them.
Hey, you look good today. Hey, John, I like your suit. No, where you get them trainers from? Team, all right? Come on, I'm going to order them as well. But, yeah.
Exactly. So
humans are,
yeah, I think it's the culture. I do think it's the culture here. And, yeah, that's why people behave the way they behave. We mirror each other, don't we? So
to a certain degree, yeah. Even that, yeah.
But yeah, you should accept the compliment. It's a good thing. And, I think it's like if most Londoners just kind of worked on raising their vibration a bit, we'd all be a bit more happier. It's a good place to live. We're blessed to live here.
I'm blessed, man. All of these people complaining about London. London's expensive. Go look for money, man. There's money. I tell people there's money everywhere, man. Oh, just go and look for it, man. You get me?
Yeah, it's
London is
true.
good. Look how many people try to come to this country, like I always say. Look how many people, would love to have this opportunity to just be in London, to have the opportunity to go outside, to look for the money, to grind and hustle, you get me? Because, yeah man, London's good, man. Like, before we go, last one, it's not even a question. It's just one of them ones in terms of like, at the end of 2025, when this video pops up randomly again, like, what advice would you have for yourself in terms of like looking forward for the rest of the year?
I think just keep going. Like,
tell yourself.
Yeah, just keep going.
Keep going, Chantelle. Like, no matter what's gonna happen, just keep going.
Just keep going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep on that, keep doing that work, because it's a forever journey. You're not automatically healed once you do one form of healing. It's like a journey through, there's lessons and things that you need to learn. It's a lifetime thing. So just keep going, and enjoy the process. Enjoy it.
I'm enjoying the process. I'm not gonna lie, because years where this platform's going to be, I'm gonna look back in all of these things and be like, I remember. Yeah, man.
Exactly.
And even I found out that not many people, for whatever reason, like really enjoy the journey. It's like most people, obviously because social media age, most people want to get there now, innit? Like the journey, like all of these things, because so many things that I'm learning, so many things behind the scenes, people are teaching me to better what I'm doing, like sound, lighting, things I'm gonna start doing, and it's like, so I'm like a big kid. It's like, wow, you do this how you do, you got to say, but it's like so many people just wanna, get there, but like you said, it's about the journey, man.
Yeah, I think we're all like, I'm guilty of that. I'm like,
you're guilty of that as well, yeah.
I am one of those people. I see the end goal and I'm
I
like,
rate the
just wanna
honesty.
get there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I'm like going through the process, or things don't work out the way I wanted them to, or things don't do as well as what I would have hoped that they would have done, it's getting back to just enjoy the process, because you're going to get there, but there's things you have to go through and learn along the way to implement in your business to get it to where it is, where you want it to be, and getting yourself to where you want to be. So whatever those other life goals are, it's embracing that journey, that process of it. But yeah, I'm really guilty of that. Like, I will moan as well, and then I'll have that moan, I'll shake it off, and then I'll just get on with it. But yeah, I do have to have a moan. Yeah, my daughter will.
So in closing, in 2025, if another fuckboy pops up on your radar and he wants to take you out on a date, what would you say to that fuckboy?
No. Sorry. No.
And with that said, guys, any fuckboys, unfortunately, stay away, innit? So let's end the conversation, man. Chantelle, it's been a pleasure, honestly, meeting you.
Yeah, and you.
Continue doing the great work for the people, because we're always going to need people like you get me? So it's been a good conversation on the red chair, hopefully down the line, this year we can have you back on and talk about some more things, and, check out, see how your work is going, see how you're doing as a human being, first and foremost. And yeah,
definitely. And if
it's been a good chat, man. Tell them.
If anyone needs help and, this is like triggered something, but you want the advice, just reach out. Yeah.
Just reach out, man. Like, when we drop this interview, like, obviously we're going to put all of your details, your Instagram, so people can literally just contact you straight in your DMs and get speaking to you. But yeah, Reality Team TV, we back. Another amazing episode on the red chair. Until next time, guys, take care of yourself, man. You can either complicate life or you can make life good for you, man. Do the work, man. Do the work. Peace. Over and out, yeah? Peace.